Hey there, this is the second part to the 300 subscriber contest that Falagar517 is having, and this one took me a long time to decide what I was going to do, because the question was actually a very hard one. Who show some videos that you bought from, like, or inspired to buy from somebody else, and from YouTube, family, whatever, and there's a lot of people that have inspired and encouraged me to buy certain things. And rather than just take out a bunch of random DVDs, I'm just going to talk about some people, and I'll mention some DVDs that and Blu-rays and stuff sets that I picked up that various people inspired me to get. And I gotta say that most everybody that I talk to here on YouTube on a regular basis are people that have inspired me in one way or another to either maybe not directly get a certain DVD, but inspired me to get a certain type or try out a certain genre and stuff like that. And we're going to get into that a little bit more. But first off, one of my first inspirations when it came to buying stuff was my dad. I'm a child of divorce. I didn't grow up with my parents, neither my father or my mother. I grew up with my grandparents, and I think they did a fantastic job with me. Loved them both. Unfortunately, my grandfather's passed on now, and my father, however, is we talk a nice bit, and he's a movie collector. He's a horror collector. You've seen videos from his collection. He likes a lot of the classic stuff, and loves Hammer. And Hammer films was something that I directly got into because of my dad. My dad was a huge fan of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing of Hammer. I was an 80s kid who grew up on slashers and stuff like that, and Giallos, because they would play in the theaters that I went to, because the theater that I went to was like in a smaller town, and they didn't show the mainstream newer stuff most of the time. Every once in a while you get something, you get like Hard Hold, Rick Springfield, Conan the Barbarian, E.T., stuff like that, but they couldn't keep those for a long time, whereas big mainstream theaters can get like a run of a movie for like weeks upon a time. But some movies, like Titanic, can stand a movie for 6 or 8 months. A smaller theater has to take stuff from different sources and what it can get. And this theater here showed a lot of like Argento, Giallo, and a lot of Jackie Chan before Jackie Chan was a known name over here. So I got to see a lot of the early Jackie Chan stuff. And when I got to actually really start talking to my dad, we talked a lot about films. It was one place that we connected. My father was the first person to introduce me to Nightmare on Elm Street, and he inspired me in that way to get those. And as like recently picking up Dracula Prince of Darkness, it was the first Dracula film that I ever saw, and not only just the first Dracula film I ever saw, but the first still I ever saw from a Dracula movie in a book was from Dracula Prince of Darkness. And books, and not a person, but books have also inspired me in many ways to get certain movies. I've for YouTube, there's so many people that inspire me. Sammy's Criterion collection actually inspired me to get certain ones that I didn't have in my collection, and I'm trying to remember which ones it was now, right? But I think I got some stuff that he was going to get, and he got some stuff that I was going to just. It was really, it was cool. Also, for me, there was, of course, TJ Pyramid, who definitely inspired me to get the Avengers. Although I had the Prisoner already, Dina DVD inspired me to look into some more of that style stuff. Lola's Basement inspired me to watch it. Well, I'm not going to tell you the name of the movie, but you should know it because it's in his name. My better half is an animation science fiction junkie, and she definitely has inspired me to embrace my inner geek and grab stuff like Looney Tunes box sets, the Robotech Complete series, to check out shows like Farscape, which are incredible, and to give chances to things that I may not have given chances to before, or that I thought were completely geeky, and even not even just movie wise, but as in game wise. There was no way in hell I would play Settlers of Catan before just hearing about it, and it was like actually kind of made fun of it. You know, it's like Risk but with no fighting, and I'm like, how the hell is that any fun? Well, it was a lot of fun actually, and it became part of me. I'm a tabletop gamer now, so I hope I'm answering your question right. I'm not picking out certain things and saying, I'm just telling you what's inspired me on here. And the whole idea behind my channel is to pay it back, to pay it forward for everybody that I've watched on here. For every time that I've been wondering about a movie to go out and get, and every time I've had to come on here and I've watched reviews and watched unboxings. The idea behind my channel is to hopefully somebody sees the videos that I make and the reviews and unboxings that inspires them to get into something or to buy something, and that gets them into something more, and they end up making a channel or starting their new collection or just finding something that they're interested in through that, even if it's not the exact same thing, even if it's like a completely different movie or genre. Chris Horton is a great example of a guy that inspired me to actually go and get more Disney. And he actually sent me Winnie the Pooh. I bought a big Winnie the Pooh VHS collection, and I didn't have Winnie the Pooh on Blu-ray. And Chris Horton was an amazing guy. He sent me the Blu-ray, and extremely touched. And ready, you know, howling. No, I have to get them all. And so many. Toddy Walnuts got me my first like online exclusive. I never had one before. The Synapse Document the Dead Blu-ray was the first online exclusive I had. Sammy got me my very first Blue Underground Blu-ray, which made me want to get more. There's been so many people on here, people that the thing about making something like this is you don't, it sounds like when you're doing a shout-out video, you don't want to forget anybody. But it's an ongoing process. Mood616, if you guys don't know his channel, you really should check him out. He's got an incredible selection of horror films, and he definitely inspired me to look into the Redemption line. Me and it's kind of weird. Not in a bad way, but kind of weird that I got into like a lot more. Like I've been into the silent films for a long time, but I kind of got back into the silent horror and stuff like that at around the same time that Logan Toxic got into the silent horror and stuff like that. So we got a parallel in the fact that we suddenly decided to get these Kino releases and stuff like that around the same time. So maybe it's mutual inspiration without even knowing it. Blu-ray Anonymous. Actually, it wasn't a movie. You know what it was? It was comics. I had read a few comics and I'd stopped reading for a bit. And when I won the contest, the first contest that Blu-ray Anonymous had there, he sent me two of his comics, the first two, and I really kind of dug them, and it kind of reminded me of back in the day when I read like Jonah Hex and like Preacher and stuff like that. So it kind of got me into reading Jonah Hex and Preacher and that again. So that's my those are my inspirations. And on a daily basis, I find myself inspired by people on here, by people that comment. I got to give a quick shout out to another guy that actually inspires me when it comes to finding stuff, and actually comes up in like a couple of people actually, and one of them is Simon Says Movies. He got me back in Arrow. I was completely out of like buying Arrow for a while. We had I guess kind of had a falling out when they started doing the trauma, and I was kind of like, this is not the right direction for Arrow, and he got me back into reading, to collecting Arrow, and now I really collect Arrow again. Robert Harding recently mentioned Looney Tunes. He did an unboxing, did a really cool animations stuff. He's got some great animation. If you haven't checked out Robert Harding, by the way, guys, check him out. I can't link everybody down here this time around, but I will be shouting at these guys in the future with links and stuff like that. So just watch for that. But Robert Harding, Harding, another great guy, and the Looney Tunes Blu-ray set, deluxe edition with the glass and the metal thing and all that, was on sale again. It's like $100 set, and it was on sale for 18 something. And I was like, I cannot afford this. And I was talking to my better half, and she said, well, it's out of stock right now, and it'll be in stock in the next 3 or 4 days or so. Well, it's too good to pass up, and we found a way to actually go for that, which I had to end up selling something, but it wasn't something, it was, when you get space, make extra space in your collection. I'm going to need extra space anyway, because this was a cool set. But yeah, so yeah, Robert, I did go for the Looney Tunes set, and thank you. Thank you, Simon, for getting me back into Arrow. Thank you, Sammy, for getting me into Blue Underground again, and I can't forget Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, and Dr. Haslin, for Hannah, for that 70s stuff that inspires me, and Dr. Haslin for just the cool stuff. The the prison one that I really want. The big box set. Pretty cool stuff. But here, this is the second part. Fortunately, I could not do the dice part, but I hope you enjoy this contest entry. I hope this is what you wanted. As always, I go outside the perimeters and try and give a little bit extra, because your contest, you're giving a lot. I just watched the contest video, prize video, and Orloff is awesome. Just frank, because some people like Orloff, some people like meh, but I think the Orloff stuff is cool. Really big fan of Franco's early stuff, and the Orloff stuff is incredible stuff. I'm not sure Frank did all the Orloff or he went off after, but anyway, it's a cool box set. I was like, damn, I want that. My dad has that box set. So if you saw that, and for me, you probably saw one of my dad's. He has the Orloff box set, but I don't have it. Thanks for watching, and for me right now, thanks for this amazing contest. Sub to Falagar517. Watch this video a couple times and check out some of the names that I've done here that I couldn't link down below, because doing this on an iPad and it takes time. So thanks a lot, guys, and for me right now, it's time for tea.